Well, hello guys, welcome back. I have either accelerated my healing or signed my own death warrant. I'm not sure which. The book by the crazy man came in, and he's even crazier on paper than he was in the video, which was outstanding. And Odin kind of used that in my Odin book to kind of get me to cut a deal with his more destructive side, which you should never do. And I think it was just some kind of test. It was like, yes, this is who's talking to you. You should never, in general advice most people that work with Odin will give you is, do not call on him as bail worker. Do not call on him as Eeg or anything like that. Don't do that. You don't want to do that because the answer is probably going to involve a lot of collateral damage, and Odin will do whatever he has to take. If you get a favorable response, which you might not. But it felt like that part of Odin was there impressing on me because she talks about certain aspects of Odin in this book that I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. Well, it was like those aspects kind of like leaning on me and being like, ask me for healing. And I was like, well, he's Odin. If he wanted to destroy me, he would have done it already. But he was intentionally trying to frighten me. And I'm like, okay, all right, I am frightened, but you taught me to be brave, so I worded it as carefully as possible. I'm like, I know it's Odin. He could still fuck me over with this and kill me or put me in a catatonic state or something, but I'm like, I need this, this, and this, and I know he's the one that's been doing my healings, and I'm like, I don't know why the very destructive side of Odin would show up to do a healing, but I'm glad that he's in a gracious mood. And so we cut a deal. And I said, but you know my nature. I'll give you my word and I'll mean it, but then I'll turn around and I'll do the opposite. I said, I can't help it. That's my central nature. And he's like, that's fine. As long as when they catch me and they drag me back, I'm like, I made a deal. So that was interesting. And I'm feeling a lot better. I've noticed when Odin does a healing, it can take, for me, like from a couple days to a week or so, but this was like enough to get me at least up out of that chair. And I'm still sore. Odin seems to think pain teaches you valuable lessons. But I know he's working on it. And I know with Odin that if he doesn't go through with his part of the deal, then, I'm free from any obligations on my end too. And Odin doesn't like you to be free from obligations. He had me get that book. I realized I thought it was Loki wanted me to have that book. It was Odin that wanted me to have that book. The guy is attacking his god, okay? And like I said, this guy I think has access to drugs. I wish I had to because he must not feel any pain at this point. And he's saying God, meaning his god, is treated like a mafia boss. I said that's generally a wise way to approach your god, depending on the god you're dealing with. I've often told you about the two mob bosses I serve. It's like, they're not going to be entirely honest, and their answer may involve bloodshed. Now, that does not mean to you workers that I go up to Loki or Odin and say, that neighbor's pissing me off, kill him. They don't do that. They're not going to whack people on purpose for you. But, they do have a harsh way of dealing with things. And the aspect of Odin that was leaning on me, and I could feel he was leaning on me today, has the harshest, but I knew it was one of Odin's tests. It was either your mind, and you'll show your mind by showing a little spine, or your his. Because Odin also had a pin show up. There's a difference between jealous and territorial. Jealous is wanting something that was never yours in the first place. Territorial is defending what is yours. And it was, I'm not a jealous god, I'm territorial. And it wasn't anything about a god either. It was, I'm not jealous. Jealousy is over things that don't belong to you. I'm territorial. I defend what's mine. So it was Odin, like, let Odin do Odin's job. And I got the strongest idea that this is going to involve going and stabbing his enemies in the face or whatever it is that gives him joy. Look, he's back here. We've done this like 8 times. He's like, don't forget the setting people on fire part. He enjoys it too. Yeah, he does. as I was getting better and I got up and I made us, some food to have. We had some good food. We have tunas. We had tunas out of a can. It wasn't bad. And I had a boiled egg, thank the gods. And we had that with a little bit of bread, and that was delicious. And as I'm getting that, I'm hearing that Hell Yeah song. Um, and I saw the original video first, but I had seen the Navy video first of all. That's how I learned about that song. And I wasn't sure which one he meant, but I think he meant the Navy version of blowing the shit out of his enemies. He loves that. It's Odin. He loves that. We can't pretend he doesn't like war. This is a war god. He's like, yeah. So he loved that. And I think he liked the original version too, because it looks like a punk rock band. So it was all good. So yeah, I'm doing better. Odin's probably off killing all his enemies or torturing them slowly, whichever floats his boat. And Loki's in the back, like, yeah, yeah, yeah. These are old school gods, and they're usually the most loving, kindest, sweetest, gentlest gods we can have. They can be cuddly and fun and everything else. But every so often, you're going to see that side that's going to kick another god's ass because they're coming over and bothering you. And what did they say about bothering my people? So that's kind of what I saw come out, and that's actually healthy. I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, they're never territorial." They can be if they think you're being led into harm, and they can be if they think it's something that's not good for you. It might work for other people, but it won't work for you. It's like they know when they release a drug, any drug, there's going to be that one person out of every 100,000 or every million or so that's going to die, have a reaction and die. They know that. So you might be the one person that has that effect from going in a wrong direction. So it was good that they were defensive, and it was really good that Odin gave me the healing, though what his price is going to be. I mean, we already cut the deal. I know what his price is going to be, but it's Odin. I know there will be additional charges and fees as he sees fit because I know the old man well enough by now. I'm willing to do it, and Loki's happy. As long as his brother's happy, Loki seems extremely pleased. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.